Hello, this is Yahweasel. I own 523 games and counting, but haven't played most of them on this channel, so every week I'll play a random game in what I've cleverly titled Random Game Weekly. This week's game, hey, it's Kerbal Space Program! Oh boy, I love Kerbal Space Program. I bought this back when it was really only a sort of gravity sandbox game, and since then they've kind of turned it into a game. So I don't think it would be wise to resume save, because that's like from a very long time ago. Let's start a new game. Sure, let's go full-on career mode, whatever you want me to do. What flag shall we choose? I'll bet you can import your own flags. I kind of like Strutco because it looks like the Steam logo. Oh, I can be NASA. Well, that would be appropriate. Let's go with NASA. Let's go with NASA. Alright, we're gonna go with career. Difficulty option. Oh my god! Ah! Okay, I'm just gonna go with easy. You know what? No, let's go with normal. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that. Oh boy, okay. Let's save this game as Yahweasel, because that's how we roll. Nice to meet you. Hi, Gene Kerman, Flight Director and Guide for a quick introduction. This is a Space Center. Okay, so right-click to get information on these buildings, left-click to go inside. I remember the spaceplane hangar and vehicle assembly building. I feel like that's all we had. Astronaut complex contains a living and recreation spaces for our crew members. New app. Okay, so that's how you get new Kerbals. Team so this is presumably where you learn the new parts. Technologies, a new one's discovered, fine. Where all the strategic decisions are made. Okay, that tells me nothing. I can do upgrades to these. God, this is quite the complicated thing. I'll go, okay, in the tracking station, figure out what's currently going on. Mission control. All available contracts, so that seems like how you, oh, and that's the launch pad. Seems like how you actually decide how to do things. Let's do that. Alright, so there are a few, they're none active, but a few available. Gather scientific data from Kerbin, launch our first vessel, escape the atmosphere, orbit Kerbin. So yeah, those do get progressively more difficult. In case it's not completely obvious, this is a space game. Okay. Recover or transmit any science experiment data from Kerbin to achieve this goal. So I'll presumably get that just by doing anything, including launching any vessel. Launch your first vessel off the launch pad or runway to achieve this goal. Okay. Let's not set a goal to escape the atmosphere just yet. I obviously will be able to do that at some point. But let's just get off the launch pad. Okay, thanks, Werner von Kerman, or, that's not the spelling of any form of that name. Anyway, I like this. That's it, really. It's not as if it's rockets, so... Okay, let's see here. So, let us start with that. I presumably need a fuel tank. Right, because that's the main pod. I have no fuel tanks. I mean, this is a solid fuel booster, so this should do something. It's not really a good idea. I don't have a lot else to put on it, though. I could do this just for fun. Let's see here. There used to be, and I'm sure there still is, I just don't realize how to do it, a way to say, like, put on 3 of these symmetrically. But I can't find it, so I'm just not going to put any on. To hell with that! Maybe that's something I have to learn? I mean, this should be sufficient to, like, move. Here we go, let's put on a mystery goo containment unit for science purposes. What does it actually do? While dumpster diving, its sealed container which is filled with a strange substance. Watching how the goo behaves when subjected to different situations could be very educational. Okay, since I can't find a way to do this correctly, let me just attempt to do this sort of by eyeballing it, make it semi-symmetrical. That's all kinds of wrong, but it looks good enough. All right. Garbage. How do you spell scowl as in garbage scowl? It's not like this, is it? Because that's like scowl as in frown. This is going to be a garbage frown. Garbage scowl 1. It's a very unhappy garbage heap. Alrighty. Go. How do I go? I guess I can save this. Launch! My launch pad's looking pretty great right now. Okie dokie. Let's go, Jebediah. Did I give you... are you gonna fall to your death? What? Did I give you any kind of parachute? I'll bet that's not built in. This might be your death, Jebediah. Maybe I don't want this to be your death. How do I cancel this? Alright, here we go. I can ESC it. Revert flight? Revert to vehicle assembly. There we go. Okay. Let's just see if the pod is now coming. I don't really see anything about survivability there. Oh, there we go. There's the parachute. Okay, good thing I remembered that. We do not want the parachute to stage at the same time. That would be a bit pointless. How do I add a new... There we go. That's exactly the opposite of what I wanted. Thank you. Stage 0 is that. Stage 1 is that. Okay, there we go. Either this is exactly right, or it is exactly wrong. Okay, Jeb, you ready? I just launched the parachute. Oh, revert to vehicle assembly. Doop-a-doop. That's odd that the stages seem to go backwards, but whatever. You ready this time, Jeb? Here we go! Jeb seems to be having a good time. As always. Oh dear. That looks like a bad thing right there. Why is that red? Okay. It's fine, apparently. Why is that glowing? Oh, okay, it's just indicating that part. I don't know why that was red in the staging. I probably should have waited to stop going up until I started going down, but whatever! Or until I launched the parachute, that is. Assuming Jeb survives this experience, this should be just fine. What is this telling me? Is that the gravity red line? Like I just almost killed this guy? Is the parachute going to fully deploy? Because if it doesn't, I think we're going to have a dead Kerbal on our hands. That won't do anyone any favors. Parachute? You gonna kwoomph at any point? I'd like to apologize to Jeb's family. And I would like to apologize to Jeb because we didn't actually, you know, figure out how the parachute works before we sent you to your death. And there's a Death Star over there, so that's unique. Is that just a very large crater on the moon? Is that all? Maybe at 1,000 meters there'll be enough pressure? Enough. Oh, thank goodness. You're gonna survive, Jeb. It's fine. Stop panicking. I don't know why you're always so panicked, Jeb. I am not landing particularly close to my terrible, terrible launch pad. Okay, well, there's that. Can't I do time acceleration somehow? Warp. 2x time. 4x time. Just because this is taking a while. And I said and too soon. Touchdown, successful mission. Do. Let's go on EVA. Climb out. Ow, what? Good job, bravo. You're fine, you're fine. Now walk back! We can't afford to drive you home. Okay, how do I say I'm done? Oh, I didn't, oh, I never scienced any science. Can only be externally controlled by a scientist. Good. Great. I think I need to get back in, but I don't know if I can. Well, so much for that mission. I did something, so... Oh god, stop with the pedias and such. How do I just say I'm done? Yes, we launched. Good. How do I say I'm done? Contract complete. Yes, great. Good. What? I can have him give an EVA report. No usable in-range comm device. Great. Okay. Well, I'm done. Space Center. Oh, tracking station. Maybe from the tracking station I can be done with it? Oh, there we go. Okay. If you want the same map view during flight, hit the M key. Got it. Recover. Hey, there we go. I got some science. And Jebediah got no reputation. Okay. Let's recover the garbage cowl while we're at it. Hey, even that got some science. Neat. And I got tons of funds. Okay. Good. Great. How do I get out of this screen now? Like so. Leave facility. Now, just for the sake of doing it right, let's launch another garbage scowl 1. Why do I have 2? I don't understand why I have 2. Whatever, let's launch one of them. Because what I want to do is actually observe the mystery goo while we're mid-air. So let's wait for the fuel to run out. Let's observe some mystery goo. While flying Kerbin, the goo jiggles and wobbles. Transmit. I have no... yeah, I have nothing to transmit with, but I can presumably... Okay, I think it's still there, even though it's not transmitted. Now, when I am no longer raising... Let's zoom in so I can see my apo-apps. And observe mystery goo right at the top. Now, just in case I'm high enough up that it makes any difference. Doesn't look like it makes any difference. Okay, thanks. Can't actually transmit, don't have a communication device. Let's get back to the ground. And touchdown. And I can go back. So now I should have completed both of those missions because I collected some... Yeah, I have no contracts, so there was actually no reason for me to do that, but whatever. Let's go ahead and recover that. Great, got some science. Oh, I see. Okay, so I get less science. I get less science from the second one, presumably because it's the mystery goo at the exact same condition, like it was also flying at Kerbin, so I would have to get into orbit or something for that to do something different. Okay. And I get all the stuff back. Great. He's ready for his next assignment. Superb. However, I am kind of lacking on parts. I don't think I can get to orbit as I am right now, so let's see what research can do. Basic rocketry, engineering 101. How much science do I have? I have 28. I mean, I feel like going for more rockets first. I hope that it's not possible to sort of wall yourself in, like to corner yourself wrongly. So that gave me more salt. Oh, okay, and it gave me liquid fuel and tiny, itsy-bitsy little fuel tanks, but I don't have multiple stages yet. I can't separate stages. Will this give me staging? Ooh, communication. That could be an... Ah, that's a decoupler. Okay, I definitely want that because I want staging. I don't think stability is all that important. Survivability is for losers. But I can't afford... I could afford those. But I feel like holding off instead. So let's hold off. Let's build the Garbage Scowl 2. Garbage Scowl 2! This is not NASA's naming convention. Okay, so let's toss that in the trash. And let's instead... I need fuel, right? Fuel? Fuel? Fuel tanks, there we go. Now, I feel like this is a very small fuel tank, so let's put a couple of those on there. Let's put 3 of those on there. And then what we're gonna do is a little liquid fuel thingy and a decoupler under the coupling section. That makes a lot of sense. And then a nice big solid fuel booster, thunk, to start out with. So we'll launch with solid fuel and then use liquid fuel when we get a bit higher up. Let's make sure the staging makes sense. It almost makes sense except for the part where we launch the... It keeps on wanting to put the parachute at the same time as one of the engines, which doesn't make the most sense in the world. So my goal is really to get to space, although I didn't formally make that a goal because I forgot to do so. Mission control. Oh, God! Oh dear. So many options. Take a crew report in flight below 18,500 near... Oh God, it wants me to do this everywhere. Well, I have a Mach 16 parachute. And I intend to get into flight, so I can do that accidentally. Test the swivel liquid fuel engine splashdown. Okay. Okay, I can splash that down if you'd like. Escape the atmosphere is obviously my major goal, except that I can't now, because apparently I can only accept so many contracts. Okay, I guess I can only have 2 question mark contracts at a time. Yeah, it looks like I can only have 2. Okay, so my goal then this time is just to splash down with that stage. Let's do it. So given that my goal is to splash down, I'm not concerned about getting into orbit or anything like that. I'm just concerned with getting over the ocean. So let's go ahead and get a very, very steep trajectory on this. Do I have SAS? Apparently I do! Let's get our next stage. I doubt this is enough to get to orbit, but this might be enough to get to space, actually. Where's my apoapps? Oh yeah, this is gonna put us way into space. Like, way into space. I'm not even attempting to get to orbit at this point. I don't know what the... Oh, wow, I have so much more control like this! Oh, God, I thought I had more control, but I have a lot less! It's a lot more fiddly. Okay, like that. That'll do. Well, I'll get into space, even though, unfortunately, I'm doing that while I don't have that as a goal. So we'll run out of liquid fuel, we'll splash down with this still attached, so that'll succeed in that mission. Where does it show all of my missions? Right, okay. So splashdown is all I need to do there. 3,000 meters to 10,000 meters. I mean, I'm way above that. How do I... Do I just have to succeed in all of these at the same time? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to succeed in this contract, because it's a fairly specific set of goals, as it turns out. Let's warp a bit. I'm sure you're enjoying yourself being the first man ever to go to space, or the first Kerbin ever to go to space. It's the space music, because we went to space. We very nearly put ourselves in orbit. Wow, that was quite good, actually. If I had more fuel, I would actually use a little bit of it just to sort of push myself backwards again, because right now I'm sort of not facing a direction I want to face particularly. Let's, since the nose cone has no particular heat resistance on it, it just has a parachute, let's actually face it away as we re-enter here. Here we go! Re-entry! Oh, space music went away. Re-entry a go-go! Like, all of this flaming is totally new. I didn't have that the last time I played this game. So, this wants that altitude and that speed. I'm going way too fast. And I just broke my parachute, so oops, looks like he's gonna die now. I do think I might have just killed Jeremiah or Jebediah Kerbin. It used to be you couldn't break your parachute. But it looks like that's changed. I'm sorry, Jebediah. Hey, I completed one mission. Flawless victory! Shall we revert to launch and try not to die? Let's revert to launch and try not to die so much this time. Okay, so here's the main thing I'm gonna do differently. Discover how to use the throttle. Wait. Shoot. That's it. Okay. That's engines off. Shoot. Hold on while I discover how to actually use the throttle. Okay, left shift and left control. So I'm leaving a little bit of liquid fuel so that hopefully I can slow my descent a bit and not launch the parachute when it's all red and I will get destroyed if you launch it now, like. So I won't go quite as high, and hopefully I won't go quite as fast, so I might even succeed in this mission. This should be a really easy mission, but this one is basically trivial. I would just like to also survive. It would be great to also survive. Okay, yeah, so I can turn on my engine like that. Don't really need to right now. Let's get a sense of where we are. We will get up to 6... Are you sure that's... Oh, okay, it's a weird angle, but that is the apoapse. 62,000. Isn't it peaceful up here? It's peaceful until that point where you start dying. Come on, come on, keep it together. So let's wait until I'm maybe not a flame ball? Yeah, wait until that isn't red. That sounds like a great idea. Oh, I'm coming down fast. And now. Okay, okay, I did it without dying. Okay. I hope I don't need to do that every time. Maybe we'll get a better parachute. Hey, I did that! Accidentally. Hooray! Yeah, because I slowed myself down doing that. Okay, great. So this one mission has done all of those things. The thing is, if you sort of twirled about in Kerbal Space Program before, Am I still at super high speed? No, I just feel like I'm going very fast. If you sort of twiddled about in Kerbal Space Program before, when it was just a sandbox-style game, you already did a lot of this. So a lot of this is not that new to me, just because you kind of have to do it on your way. What? But oh, swivel liquid fuel. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Maybe I had a different engine than I thought I did. That could be a problem. Okay, let's go to the tracking station. Let us recover Garbage Scowl 2. No science from that, but a few funds back. Fine. But it doesn't matter because I did get, dang it, I could have, while I was in space, observed the goo. I forgot about that. No, thank you. Mission control. Okay. So this should be, like, the combination of these two things, if I just do both of them. LVT 45. Oops, that's the tracking station. That's not what I wanted. So do I even have the LVT 45? LVT 45! That's what I used! What are you talking about? What? What is this nonsense? I did the thing! Swivel fuel engine. I have no clue why it thought that I wasn't successfully doing that. I can't even begin to guess. But let's escape the atmosphere, because I already know I can. I'm so confused about that one that I feel like leaving it on rather than canceling it, because I already did it. I did the thing. My current ship is sufficient to handle all of that. So let's just do it. Let's just launch another one. Garbage Scowl 2! With scowl spelled wrong. Yes, do. Go. Thank you. I love this launch pad. Okay. So I need to escape the atmosphere. Oh, I don't have any science. Let's fix that. Vehicle assembly building. I need some science, please. On the Garbage Scowl 3. Science. Hey, a thermometer. How do I zoom in? Ah, there we go. So let's stick a thermometer right there. I know that's not how you pronounce the word thermometer. And let's stick the mystery goo container. Is this actually opposite of the thermometer? Sure, why not? Right there. I mean, obviously, since they're different sizes and shapes and everything, it doesn't help that much, but I don't think my aerodynamics are that big of an issue just yet. Alright, okay. Here goes the Garbage Scowl. Oh, yeah. Whatever. Hopefully it doesn't matter that I accidentally threw that guy out there and then brought it back again. So I presume I need to measure the temperature at some point. Let's log the temperature right here. Great. Okay, I mean, I still can't transmit. I have to actually recover this, but that's fine. All right, let's launch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's already twiddled all the hell because I unbalanced it with that thing. Great. Really was not expecting that to make that big of a difference. Apparently it does. Off we go to space. Off we go into outer space. Space. Oh god, what's happening? Oh, this is all gone belly-shaped. Pear-shaped is how that phrase goes. Belly up is the other phrase I was going for. Dear. Oh shoot, I accidentally did the next phase. You know what? Let's revert the flight right back to the launch pad. Let's just pretend like that whole experience didn't occur, and, hey, let's go! Everything's fine. I'm not quite sure how I so easily lost control there, but let's use SAS correctly this time. And finish off the solid fuel, get rid of that. Go to liquid fuel. Given how tiny the remainder of this ship is, I really don't think I need to throttle up beyond about half. So let's actually just get to a different angle. Oh, geez, so little control. Okay, I want a really steep angle because I'm not trying to go into orbit, and I'm going to get to space either way. So let's just, you know, let's get to space and get some distance. God, I might go to orbit at this rate. I think if I did this exactly right, this ship could probably get into orbit, but that's not what's going to happen right now. So the thing is, I should be able to use the parachute as long as I'm a little bit more careful about it. I don't know, maybe if you're just going too fast, you can't use the parachute, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Yes. By 70,000 meters. Well, I'm gonna get... Oh, no! Oh, okay, I'm gonna get way above that. Okay, for some reason I thought I was topping out at about 60,000. Completely not the thing that happened. Okay, I don't know what's with this. I don't know why... Maybe it needs to... Maybe I need to actually launch with the LV-T45 to succeed in that mission? I'm really not sure why it doesn't like what I'm doing thus far. I should maybe slow down time while I'm adjusting my altitude and attitude. Whee! Well, we got to the atmosphere. So... the question is, so that we're already at 30 minutes. I usually do these 30 minutes long. Suffice it to say, you could get into orbit, and then, you know, you could get to other planets. You can get to the moon, and to this far more distant moon. We can zoom out even farther. You can get to other planets. Unless things have changed, they only have one solar system still. But you can, you know, you can get to all of these other planets. You can get to their moons. You can do all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I kind of thought I was going to dislike the missions, but... The issue that this game does sometimes have is that, or did sometimes have in sandbox mode, is like, you're just making your own goals, which is fine and fun, but it's, you know, it can be nice to have some actual goals as well, and I don't know, I think the non-sandbox mode, the mission mode, the one I'm actually playing, it seems to offer you a pretty good balance in that I can still build things that are far beyond what I need at the time, so I could just, you know, dork around and go to the moon and that kind of thing. Oh, if nothing else, I can observe the mystery goo in space! I can't transmit, but, you know, whatever. I can keep that data. Anyway, so I can obviously build more than I need to, so it's not like you're completely stuck to the missions, but they give you some kind of, you know, incentive to do something else. So, yeah, even with the upgrades that I wasn't sure if I was going to like or not, Yahweasel seal of approval. I mean, it's Kerbal Space Program. What's not to like? Next week, another random game. Until then, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, I don't have my message up about what I'm supposed to say. If you liked the video, join us on Discord at yahweasel.com/Discord. Cheers! From Yahweasel.